on Snapchat and wrote, "I'm going to F my son tonight. Stand by." Oh my gosh. I wasn't expecting all of this. Hey, it's Empathy Others. If you're new here, welcome. If you're a returning subscriber, hey, uplifters. So I came across this post on Instagram and I found the article. So let's get into it. This is like out of the norm that I normally talk about, but it's about kids in SA. So a gay couple get 100 years in prison for raping their adopted sons. A gay couple from Georgia will spend the rest of their lives in jail after they were convicted of SAing their two adopted sons. The two accused, William and Zachary Zulock, had been sentenced to 100 years in prison each without the chance of parole, the New York Post reported, quoting the Walton County District Attorney's Office. William, 34 years old, while Zachary is 36. They earlier adopted the two brothers, who have now turned 12 and 10, from a Christian special needs agency. This is my first time reading this, y'all, so this is like my raw reaction, all that. The children were raised by the gay couple under the guise of a happy family in the affluent Atlanta suburb. District Attorney Randy McGinley noted that William and Zachary truly created a house of horrors and put their extremely dark desires above everything and everyone else. McGinley added, however, the depth of the defendant's depravity, which is as deep as it gets, is not greater than the resolve of those that fought for justice and the strength of the victims in this case. The district attorney noted the resolve he has seen from the two young boys during the 2 years is truly inspiring. While Zachary works in the banking sector, William is serving as a government employee. Despite being well settled in their lives, the two would force the young brothers to have I'm going to say X, or you know what, with them on a regular basis, besides filming the abuse for making inappropriate movies. Not just that, they even used to brag about the alleged abuse to some of their friends in the community. Oh my gosh. So are y'all like that? You had a group of friends that were like that. Evidence found by police has confirmed this claim. William and Zachary were arrested in 2022. One of the couple's friends told police that Zachary once shared images of one of the boys being abused on Snapchat and wrote, "I'm going to F my son tonight. Stand by." So how long did it take you to say something, friend? Oh my gosh. I wasn't expecting all of this. I wasn't. The two accused even used social media platforms to pimp the two brothers to at least two men in the local PX ring. Y'all can read between the lines. I can't say but so much. You know how YouTube is. The New York Post report said they were arrested after police caught an alleged member of the ring downloading child porn. The person later informed the investigators how William and Zachary used to make porn videos with their two young adopted sons living in their house. In the court, the two accused pleaded guilty to charges of aggravated child as well as exploitation of children. I wasn't expecting that. It's my first time actually reading the article. Like, I made sure that I could find it, make sure that was right, and then I just said I'm going to do a video on it. So I'm guessing they were sentenced on December 24, 2024. I'm kind of speechless, but I'm not surprised. When I mean anyone can be an abuser, anyone can prey on anyone. Like, I'm not surprised by that. But the fact that this couple adopted kids, two boys, and you completely took advantage you completely took advantage of these boys. The people that you went through then you went through a Christian adoption thing. Like you did all of that. You act like you were like a perfect couple. And you had sick plans for these kids all along. I'm glad they have 100 years. This what needs to be done to every predator, to 100 years. When kids are taken by their biological parents and the people think that they're going to have a better life with adoptive parents and foster parents, and that's not always the case. This is sad. This is sick. And the friends to like speak up and say, yeah, they bragged about it and they did this and they did that. Are you a part of the problem? Are you a predator too? Because as soon as they brag to you, shouldn't you have like called the cops and got involved and helped the kids? I'm not going to talk about no one's sexual orientation. That's not even the biggest picture. Like they kept on, of course, saying, you know, gay couple, gay couple, gay couple. Anyone can be a predator. Like even if it was like a heterosexual couple, it still could be a man and woman preying on kids. Like it does not matter. These kids thought they were going to have a good home, and you ruin their lives, not for the rest of their lives, but for a long time, because they will always remember that trauma. That trauma. Just because someone seems like they're okay does not mean that they're okay. Like the part in the article where they're like, oh, you know, the kids are pretty much like moving on, and they're inspiring. Just because they seem to be okay, they still have to deal with that. Mentally, even physically. They probably will never trust anyone ever again. To adopt some kids just to abuse them is so wrong. And we have to, like, even if you do a background check, let's get this clear. Even if you do a background check on someone, does not mean that you want to see a rap sheet of them, or if they're on the S offenders list. You're not going to always see that, because a lot of times predators don't always get caught. And that's the sad part about it. And the fact that people with this whole ring, and the fact that the neighbors were the way they were, like, shame on y'all for not protecting these kids and speaking up sooner. I'm glad they're spending the rest of their lives in prison where they belong. But that doesn't take away the trauma that these kids have endured for years, possibly. They don't say how many years, but they don't say how long, but of course it was probably from the time they adopted the kids. This is sad. And imagine other stories like this that is still going on till this day. And they will never get justice. Just think about that. Protecting the kids is very important. And sometimes the people that you would think would be amazing parents and all that stuff, they are horrible. Thanks for watching. Make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe.